Good evening, everyone. I am doing my first Nendo box opening of the year. It's been a while since I've opened a Nendo box. I've gotten a few in, but my excitement for Nendo seems to have simmered down a little bit. I'm still ordering them, the ones that I find cute and whatever, but the over a year wait has kind of taken away my enjoyment of them. And I realize now that I have so many, I don't really have them on display. I started out just trying to get the Cardcaptor Sakura ones because I love clamp characters. And then I joined a Nendo group, and boy, were they enablers. It's okay, guys. Thank you. I have so many Nendos now, I don't even know what to do with them. They're all still in boxes, and I don't really appreciate them, but this one is a Miku Hatsune. I think it's called the Symphony version. It's really beautiful, and I'm actually pretty excited to open this one. So without further ado, here it is. You can see they put a lovely fragile sticker right on there, so it's always a good sign. And this is direct from Good Smile Company US. There is their interior packaging, nice and full to the brim of the box, so there's no movement. And they always do kind of like this wrap right around the whole package, so it's very secure in there, which I appreciate. I'm not one of those people that cares about the status of the box itself, because I'm not that much of a serious collector, but it is, I think they do a pretty good job keeping it safely packaged. So this was a pre-order, so it appears that there is a pre-order bonus with it. It feels like an extra stand, maybe? I don't know. Let me move this paper aside. It's been a while since I've ordered this, so I really don't remember what it is. So it says, this is number 1538, and it says 5th anniversary version, and I don't know. Should I open it? Why not? I'm not that serious of a collector, so I'll just kind of snip it open on the back side and see what's in here. And then if I ever want to resell, I'll just re-include this bag. I do think it's just a spare base of some sort. So, oh, it says 5th something symphony. 5th album symphony. So it is like a spare base. Here's the detail up close. You can see the number 5, the 5th, and the second word there on the bottom says symphony. I really can't read what the first one says. The script is so like cursive-y. That's not a word. I just can't really tell what it says. But it's like gold print there on this white base. And on the back it does say art by Rella, Krypton Future Media Inc., PiaPro.net, made in China, not for sale. So obviously you had to purchase this as a pre-order to be able to get this cute little extra base. So again, I think Good Smile Company US does their best in wrapping these safely. It's nice little tissue paper wrapping. So I think the box will be in pretty good status. And I will try to keep it that way, because I'm sure someday, when I'm older, I will cash in my Nendo hoard and send these cute little dumplings back out into the world of people who want to collect these things at some point in the future. So here's the box. Looks pretty perfect. I almost feel bad touching it because it's like that matte black, and I know that my fingerprints are going to show up on it if I'm not careful. So I will try to be careful. Let me move that aside. I can get rid of my scissors. Oh, I'll probably need my scissors to open it. So here's her box. Here she is in there. I'm trying to peek around the corner so I can see what my camera's filming here. Hatsune Miku Symphony 5th anniversary version. I am not a Miku fan. I'm really not. But Miku gets all these really fantastic designs, and I really loved the unique record player base that comes with her, and her outfit to me is very reminiscent of the character designs for the Clamp manga and anime called Clover. It's very Art Deco, and it's just beautiful. It almost looks like her dress is made out of like that glass, like I think it's called like carnival glass, but it's like milk glass with gold accents, almost like a stained glass window. But it's just so pretty. Anyway, that's the reason I went for it, is because even though I'm not a Miku fan, it made me think of Clamp and their art style in that manga called Clover. If you've never heard of it, or if you haven't seen it, read it, checked it out, I recommend it. I'm a big Clamp fan, so I love it. So here they show her with another Miku. I don't know which one that is. Is that a previous version? Maybe the 4th anniversary version? I don't know. But I don't have any of the previous Symphony versions. But it all looks really nice. There's the top and the bottom. I just want to check that on the side. Oh, okay, so the writing underneath says it's the something, it's Japanese. I'm just reading the dates. It says 2018-2019 version. So if this is the 5th anniversary version, presumably from 2021, the one that they're showing pictured there is from at least a couple of years ago, not like the 4th, maybe the 2nd or 3rd version, maybe even the 1st, I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and open her up because I don't want to just leave her in the box like I've left so many of my previous ones. I'm sad to say, even my most recent actual Cardcaptor Sakura, the Pinky Promise one, I didn't even open yet. It's actually still all in its shipping box. I opened it and saw what it was and put it away until I could do a box opening like this. But I just haven't done it yet because my excitement for Nendo's has dulled a little bit, but this one is really beautiful, and I've seen a couple people post up pictures of her, and it just is beautiful. So on the, I always open from the bottom, and I just cut the little ceiling sticker on the bottom flaps. You can always see they kind of do like an ad for their easel stands. And there's like a QR code there. I don't have any of those. I don't need them. Standard pamphlet with instructions on how to put her together. Hopefully it's not any longer or more complicated than the other ones, but they do show that same image on the outside of the box that with the previous version where they're kind of like holding hands or touching hands. It's kind of cute, and now it makes me want to go look for her because I don't have any Nendos, I don't think that like connect hands like that. So inside flap kind of has this like starry look to it, which is kind of cool, which is also a motif all around the outside of the box here. And I have learned that sometimes they put stuff in between the back of the box, or like the inside of the box and then the actual exterior, but there's nothing in there that I can see. No other spare things. And then of course this inside piece does slide out like all previous Nendos that I've gotten anyway, and it does have that lovely like starry design, so you could use that as like a nice backdrop for your Nendos if you wanted to. So let me set these aside and get them out of the way. And so this box is a little bit bigger than recent Nendos that I've gotten, mostly I think due to her stand that's in there. Of course her dual ponytails are quite large too, so she needs a little bit more space than, like, I guess you could say a standard Nendo. And the interesting thing about her too is that I think, most Nendos I think now have what, 2 or 3 faceplates? 3 usually, right? I don't know. I've gotten new Nendos, but I haven't been opening them, and I haven't really been looking because I've been trying to resist buying more. But she has an open-eyed faceplate and a closed-eyed faceplate, and then her record player base. So I wonder if like this base subtracted away from a potential third faceplate. But I don't know. I really don't know if most Nendos get 3 faceplates now or just 2. So there she is in her packaging. You can see all of her spare parts, which really is just a spare pair of arms and a spare pair of legs, and then 1 faceplate. And then the record player, I think, is the big thing with this. So there isn't a lot of spare things to go on there. There is also a standard Nendo base, like the clear Nendo base at the bottom there. So you still get that with her, along with this really fantastic little record player. So I'm going to take this out so that we can see what she looks like out of the package. I know people that have purchased her through like Good Smile International have already posted a few pictures of her, and if there have already been package openings, I apologize for the repetitive nature of my box opening here, but I'm excited for her, and I think she's really pretty, and I'm going to definitely display her. So this is the record player, and on the top is like an actual looking record, and then the front has like the gold leaf and kind of ribbons. There's nothing written there. It would have been cool if they had put like 5th or something in the like plaque area, but I guess this is supposed to look like a record player, so those would just be reminiscent of buttons, really. I guess it wouldn't be like anything written on there, but if they had done a little detail like that, I think that would have been kind of cool. So this is just the record player here. It looks pretty good to me. You can see a little bit of a gap at the back where the hinges are, but that's so that it can lift up. The feet are nice. It's just really pretty basic. It's just brown with the black record, and mine has like a weird kind of scuff on it. I don't think it's like damaged. Geez, as I go to drop it, it's more like production. You can kind of see it there. My light is catching, like you can see that there's like this like edge, and I don't know, maybe it's from the packaging, but I don't know. It's not perfect, but again, I'm not a serious collector. So let's just open up this base and see what it looks like on the inside. It's almost like a little jewelry box, and there's nothing really in there. It's just a box, but this is as far back as it goes, so you can't push it any further. But supposedly it's deep enough that you can put your little Miku in there if you want, or there is a peg hole on the top there so that you can have her standing up on top and doing like that little like dance look that you see in the poses that they have here on the box. So let me proceed with opening up her packaging here, if I can find where the tape is. Let's see. Gosh, it really has been a while for me to open up a Nendo, because I'm not going to untape her base, I don't think. Oh, it's just the front. Okay. Yeah, it's been a while. So noisy. I'm sorry. So far for the pieces, we have the record, and then this. I wonder if this fits over the top of it. It doesn't. I would have thought it would have. I guess you could set it on top of there if you wanted. It's still, this little 5th base has the hole, so you could still set it on top if you wanted it to have like a different record on there, I guess you could say. It'd be really cool if it slipped right over the edge and then the peg would be able to slide through both pieces, but it doesn't. That's okay. So we have Miku here, and the way that her hair looks, it almost seems like it should glow at the tips, but I don't think it does. Ooh, oh, that plastic smell, you gotta just love it. So here she is in all her cuteness. You can see the ends are like almost white, or like kind of that like look that you see with like glow in the dark toys. It's like that kind of like just slightly greenish color. I don't think she glows in the dark. Wouldn't that be cool if she did? Let's see. No. Oh, God, that plastic smell. The fresh smell of Nendo. So, her ponytails have some wrapping around them. And I remember people who got these early from, like, international were receiving them with the ponytails broken. So they must have decided to do extra wrapping on them to make sure that they don't get broken. Now, again, even though I've said this like 3 or 4 times now, I am not a hardcore collector. I don't care if mine aren't perfection. But I certainly wouldn't want a broken one. And in looking at this, well, it's kind of difficult to get this piece off for one. It's not just like peeling off, it's almost like in the ponytail. Let's see. Because there's like a little gap, like where one hair strand kind of wraps around, and this plastic is like stuck in there. It doesn't seem to be like melted in, it's just like stuck in there, and I'm afraid if I pull it, I'm gonna break that little tendril. I don't know. And right up above where it was wrapped, I do see like a little mark, and I don't know if that is a crack or if it is like a production edge line or whatever, like where it could be sanded. I wouldn't sand this because I wouldn't be afraid the color would get messed up, but I can feel it on my finger where the rest of the hair is smooth. I can definitely feel that there is a ridge there, so I am worried about that, and I'm worried about taking this plastic off because it's kind of stuck in her hair. Let's see on the other ponytail if I can do that, because the 2 ponytails are not exactly the same shape at the ends. The curly cues at the end are slightly different, and I don't know if we'll have the same issue here with this plastic. I presume that they did this plastic again to protect against the issues that they were experiencing. And again, it seems to me, I have it completely unwrapped, I think. Nope, there is, it's like, it's wrapped one more time, but it's underneath the tendril that's kind of extra. Maybe if I peel this apart. The ponytails do go, like you can move them up and down, and then you can spin them, so you can definitely get a different look that way with the hair, which is nice. Let me see if I can get this piece off, because it's not like tape or anything. It's just that kind of sticky sided, like one-sided plastic. Alright, so I have it completely, oh, hey, there we go. I got it off, and it was actually in between the 2 tendrils, so they are separate. But you cannot see a gap really, at least not on her right side ponytail. The left side ponytail, I can see a gap, but I don't know if it's something I can pull down. Yes it is. Okay, I just had to pull down instead of unraveling. So they came out, and they're fine. This one ponytail, I don't know if my video will be able to pick it up. Oh, my lighting isn't that great here, but right like here, there is just a little something. I don't know if I can say it's a crack because it's risen, it's raised up. I don't know. It seems okay to me, and her ponytails are whole. They're not broken. I don't know what the overall design was supposed to be, but the only thing that would concern me really, is that her ponytails almost come as low as her feet. So when you're setting her up, you'd have to be super careful that you're not putting pressure on these because they're so much finer than her usual twin tails that you could actually use to keep her standing up. So I think you'd actually have to like make sure you put them back a little bit, or whichever way you want to fold them so that they're not resting on the ground or supporting her, because they just look so much more fragile than her usual twin tails. So let me go on with taking the rest of this plastic off. Kind of want to move some of this plastic out of the way. I'm really happy that her ponytails are not broken. I know people were experiencing issues with that and were super upset by that, which I don't blame them. The face covering still comes off just by sliding it out. You don't have to unassemble the head and remove the hair. There's her really adorable eyes, very nicely detailed. Gold square ponytail holders, gold headphones all the way around, really nicely detailed. That looks really pretty. I really like it so far. She looks really cute. Let me take this stuff off of her body, and then we'll put her together. I actually kind of want to change her face to the closed-eyed one, because that's kind of what, like when she's like shown on the box as like kind of dancing on the record player. That's what her face is the closed-eyed one. But I don't want to go through all that process of changing her pieces. And then just to show you, not like flashing her undersides, but the details of the legs are also really cute. She's got like a garter over here on the short legs, and then like little gold like accents. I think really nicely painted, really. On the longer sock, there's little gold dots at the top and a little gold star. I think this is overall really nice. Even the bottom of her feet here are gold. So that's a really nice bit of accenting. And then here is her fantastic, just really beautiful dress. It's definitely opaque, so you can see through it. And it has all that gold on there. And you can see that she's wearing like a white skirt underneath. And her necklace is a big gold bow that goes all around. Her one arm has a bracelet, or like an arm cuff, and then she has a bracelet on. It's just beautiful. This is a really, really beautiful figure. Like, for a Nendo, it's really pretty. It almost, I just realized what it could also look like. It's kind of like her dress is almost like is it called the phonograph, whatever, like the old fashioned like speaker that would come out from records, and you'd hear this, like that would be the speaker. It was like an old kind of like flower blossom looking thing. That's what her dress is reminiscent of. God, it's just beautiful, you guys. This is, if you don't like Miku, but you like pretty Nendos, this is beautiful. Alright, let me pop her neck back on here, and let's see how she stands up, or it looks like on her record player. So, there she is. Actually, so setting her feet down, even if I have her ponytails like straight forward, well, I guess you could bend them down low enough that they do touch. But if she's standing on this record here, it's just slightly raised enough that even as low as I can get them to go, they're just above the brown base. They're not, they are barely touching the black record, but they aren't touching the brown base. So that's pretty cool. And again, you can still like move them quite a lot. So there's some posability there with her ponytails, which I really like. I feel like this one's posing more than this one. Okay, I don't know. Let's find the arm to see how she stands up here. No special arm. I kind of would have thought they would have done something, but they just left it at the regular base. Let me show you her other faceplate too. It's just the close-eyed Miku face. It does have the classic like aqua-colored or teal-colored eyebrows. Here's her other couple of spare pieces, which are, again, 2 legs. I don't quite get it. Let's see. Oh, so there's the 2. So there's supposed to be where she's like, oh, kneeling. It's a ballet pose, I think, right? So if you keep the long sock on the left, yeah. So it's like this. I can't really show this very well, but it's like she has her one leg out and then she's kneeling on the other leg. That would be the pose that she would take. So she would be kneeling down and striking a pose on the record player. Now see, this is different for me, and now this makes me really want to get that other Nendoroid that they show, but I suppose you could use any Nendo that has maybe a white gloved hand. So here is her spare hand, and it's interlocked with a white gloved hand. So any Nendo, I suppose, could use this. You could attach her to any Nendo, but if you have another Nendo that has white gloves, that'd be most efficient. Clearly she's supposed to go with that other Miku. They should just offer a 2-pack, and then this is the other arm. It's kind of like bent back where it must be like this or something to that effect. Let me get the stand. I want to see what she looks like on this base. I have to cut this out of here. Okay, moving this plastic aside. There is, of course, a spare neck peg and the standard clear base, and then the standard arm to keep her attached to whatever base you attach her to, which in this case, I guess you could say she has 3. She has the little white pre-order bonus, the record player itself, and then this clear one, which has the same information that was on like the pre-order, and then inside the box or outside the box saying the art by Rayla, Krypton, Future Media, Pia Pro, made in China. Doesn't have the actual name of the Nendo, but it has the artist, right? So it's just clear, just standard basic. Again, I'm sorry, I haven't done anything with Nendos in so long, I kind of forget which way these go. I think the long peg must go in the base, right? Yeah, it fits nice and secure in there. And then there is the removable peg, which, why would you need to remove that? I don't even get it. I don't know. Oh, the record turns. I did not know that till just now. So you could have her facing different edges of this record player. That's kind of cool. Let's see if I can get her to stand up here. So the back, just a standard peg hole between the shoulders. Let's see how it looks. The one thing about Nendos that I always like kind of worry about is just how fragile they are, like some of their accessories, but on her there really isn't that much fragility except for the edge of her, or the ends of her ponytails. Okay, there we go. I think that's good. I think So there she is, kind of on tippy toes, kind of just floating there. I guess I could move her ponytails a little bit back and put her head forward so she's not tipped backwards. Arms move nicely, so if you wanted to give her a different look there. These legs don't really move. I mean, you could turn them left or right about, but that's about it. There's no really moving forward or backward on these. So there she is. I think she looks pretty great. This is really a beautiful Nendoroid, even for Miku. I mean, she's always pretty, but this is one that if you have resisted Mikus, might be worth it to add to your collection if you go for like the pretty artistic ones. They're really cool. It's really pretty. So just to see how she looks, it's like she's on a little turntable. If only they could make it so that it could rotate on its own, and you could get like a 360 view of Miku just spinning slowly around her personal little record player. It's kind of funny. Let's see what she looks like inside, because they show her inside, but I don't know. It's almost like you have to make sure her hair is out of the way of the box. And then kind of just rest her arms there. So I know it's just off the screen there, but there she is. Oh, see? You'd have to be like either setting her back, because there's no peg hole on the inside there. So it's like you'd have to like maybe put some support for her in there if you want it. Or maybe the other legs with her kneeling down would give her a better base to stay upright in here. But I imagine if she got much shorter, I don't know, she's like right in there. I don't know, maybe put some cotton swabs in there or something, or like a small little brown washcloth so it doesn't look like a different color. I don't know, you could even make it even more like more artistic maybe, and kind of make that part of like a display where you kind of have stuff floating out. I don't know, it just, thoughts are occurring to me, but I can't really explain it. So there she is inside. I would say you would have to definitely have her be supported, because the slightest move and she's going to fall over, because there's nothing to really hold her up in here, except I guess she's kind of resting on her arms, and you could make her hair hug the box, I guess. Okay, so that's inside and outside the record box. Record does move. Let's just take a look at this pre-order bonus and see how she looks on there. Yeah. So the base, the stand goes right above the number 5 and fits in just fine. And let's see how she looks on there. The only thing about moving Nendo arms that much is that their joints start to show a little bit more, and you have to make sure to squeeze them back in. All right, let's see. Okay. And just the design of her, maybe this is more common in all Nendoroids, but as I'm putting her like stand peg into her back, like it's making me push her body back and then pushing her neck back. It's like it's bending on her neck joint. But as soon as you get her like on there, you can kind of reshape her to the way that you want her to be. So she looks pretty good on there too. Does not look oversized for it. And then you get that nice little golden white display, which matches very nicely with her outfit. I think that looks really good too. It looks really nice, I think. Almost nicer than the record player, dare I say. Like if she's in this like standing position, I kind of like it because I just like how it matches. But if you have her in that kneeling position, I think that would be really nice for the record top, because it's like she's striking like a ballet pose. So my overall review, I'll just bring it down here a little bit so you guys can see again. I really like this. This is a unique base that not a lot of Nendoroids get. There isn't a whole lot of interchangeable spare parts for her, because I think that this is her extra big part. When you go to unwrap her ponytails, just be patient with it, unravel it all the way as far as you can, and then if the end is like stuck together, open up that end and then just slide it down, and then it'll come off of the crevices that are there for the parts of her ponytail. I think if you like the Art Deco style, even if you're not into Miku or the Symphony or whatever, if you just like this style of art or this overall design, she's beautiful. It's really worth it. I would recommend this, and I'm glad that I got it, and I'm glad that I took the time to open her and take a look at her, because now I will definitely find a spot to display her and appreciate her around to look at. So I'm sorry, wow, this video went so long. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is like 35 minutes now. I will try to do better with future videos if you guys continue to watch my channel. I actually happened to get a very lovely Christmas gift from my husband for doing better video and sound. I know my voice isn't always the loudest, so I try to speak up, but I have a little microphone that I'll be using soon. So I hope to do more Nendo stuff in the future. I do have a ton of Nendos that I haven't opened that I'm either just going to like resell or start opening and start displaying, because I need to start appreciating the ones that I'm lucky enough to get. So thanks again for watching and sticking with me if you have stuck with me for this very long video. She's absolutely beautiful, and I actually did order the, I don't know, is it called the pop-up? No, the pop-ups are not that expensive. It's like the whatever scale version size of her, like as not a Nendo, but just like a regular. When I get that, I will bring this little Symphony Miku back out to greet her and do another box opening. So thanks so much for watching again, and I hope to be a little bit more active in the Nendo hobby going into this year, because I'm going to try to ease back off my other hobby, which is my ball joint dolls, because they are so expensive. Nendos are a little bit more affordable. Of course, they're still expensive too. So anyway, Happy New Year, Nendo fans, and thanks again for watching. Bye.